Hello and welcome to another O&DR Modurol video. This is video MT13 in our series of XK8 videos detailing how we converted our automatic Jaguar XK8 to manual transmission. And this video I'm going to try and explain how I've made the clutch adaptation kit, if you would, to add the clutch pedal to the existing pedal box. So first of all, we'll run through what are the components of the kit. Obviously, first of all, there is a clutch pedal. Then there's a clutch pedal bracket that sits underneath the pedal box, a shoulder bolt, and then there's the master cylinder bracket, which is sandwiched in between the servo and the pedal box and enables you to mount your master cylinder here. And there's a small bracket for the nuts, which helps to increase the strength, because the cross section here is quite thin. You see the walls are quite thin, so I've added this not so much to add the fixing point, but to add a little bit of meat underneath there. There is also, if this is the 4-bolt servo version, I've also made a bracket for the 3-bolt servo if you have one of those. And obviously, if you're driving a left-hand drive car, you'll want a left-hand drive pedal, and I've designed one of those. The offset is quite different, obviously, and we need a slightly wider hinge bracket, but that is the kit. So whether you have left-hand drive, right-hand drive, 3-bolt or a 4-bolt servo, I can put together a kit for you. So now we need to really, if I try and explain, if you want to make this yourself, how I made it, might be of interest for anybody who's interested in manufacturing, to show you how these things are made. Starting at the lowest level, the components to make up the kit are made up from 8mm S355 high strength steel. These are 2 components required for the left hand drive pedal. With the right hand drive you don't need that, the pedal's slightly different length, and that's laser cut from a sheet, and the other components are actually 3mm S275, which is high strength steel again, but not massively strong, but a bit stronger than standard mild steel, and those are all cut at the same time. So that's the first point, is to laser cut all that. Luckily at my work we have a 6 kilowatt fiber laser, so these are all cut in offcuts and scrap as I developed the kit. So how we made the clutch pedal then, we took the laser cut profiles we cut, and we've press braked these 2 bends you see here, so to give you an offset. This is the right hand pedal, give you an idea of the change in offset. Then this is the left hand pedal, quite different. The press brake process is something we commonly use in our factory, and here's a short video. In this example, the standard machine is using some of the library of special tooling in order to put bends in this sheet metal, in this case to form a channel. Once we press brake them, we needed to turn some bushes to allow us a greater pivot point, give a bit more robustness. You can see here with this left hand pedal, this is actually welded on the wrong side, it should be like this. It's got a larger bush, and we've got a wider pivot point. This is the bush we're using for the right hand drive one. It's quite a bit different. So we've MIG welded those on. We have MIG welding capability. Also, this nut we welded on the side at the bottom here for a clutch stop. Just added a threaded bar there to add a clutch stop to the bulkhead. So that's how we made the clutch pedal. Obviously, once we've done that, we needed to develop a pad. This is again laser cut 3mm And we formed this radius in here literally just by using the old brake pedal as a former in a vise, and just producing that curvature in there, which gives a nicer feel to the pedal, helps the pedal to roll with your foot. There are two versions, obviously the rectangular, which is sort of an XJ style, and the XJS sort of tapered or triangular style pedal. I prefer this one, the rectangular. And then basically just to finish the kit off, we just sprayed it in some black undercoat. This is the left hand pedal and they are the right hand drive pedal, to give you some idea of the finished items. In order to complement them, these are bought out oil light bushes to help with the lubrication. They just slot in each end and give the pedal a nice smooth feel. So the next component then is the hinge bracket. This is made up of 4 components, again laser cut out of 3mm, and these have got slots and tabs, so you basically put the parts together and they locate in the base fairly positively. I keep adapting this, and then we basically MIG weld all this together to form this welded assembly, again painted with a anti-boost. This is a development of the left hand bracket with some recess for the hinge point, or the fixing for the clevis for the brake pedal. But anyway, so that's basically how we made, very simply, the hinge bracket. The master cylinder bracket is again 3mm laser cut, and then we press brake these 2 bends in here, which are located by the circles. I'll give you a rough guide, the dimensions of which I can share with you. As I say, either press braked as a 3-bolt or a 4-bolt version, and this bracket that literally helps attach the master cylinder is again 3mm laser cut blank with 2 10.9 weld nuts, which is high strength weld nuts, M8, which have actually been projection welded on here, so these are pretty solid. They're not going to come off anytime soon. So that's basically how we've made the kit. Just really to show you how it all goes together. So you've got the hinge bracket and your clutch pedal together with your shoulder bolt. So this is hinged. This actually attaches to the bottom of your pedal box, in this case 4-bolt pedal box, and this bracket basically sandwiches in between the two. You can see that the master cylinder will mount here, engage, catch this all together and engage, sort of something like that. So as you depress the pedal, this clevis point here pushes the master cylinder. There you go. So that's the adaptation brackets and how to make them. Right, I hope you found that interesting. A bit of an insight how I made the kit. I say it's a bit of a prototype, so if anybody's interested in making this themselves, I'm happy. I will share the design if you want to send us an email. I've even got some spare prototypes and what have you. I'm happy to share with people. There's already a left-hand drive set out in the US being tested with Glenn. Yeah, it's a prototype, but I think we're almost there. This whole design is based on a 1.4-inch master cylinder travel on a 3/4-inch cylinder, which might be over the top, so I might need to restrict the travel. Also, if it's too much, I might have to redesign the whole thing, because obviously if I don't need quite as much travel, I can alter the hinge point and give us a bit more leverage. But anyway, that's a job for another day. The next stage in the project then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to finish faffing about with this, the pedal box. As I say, I've made some spare sets so I can duplicate it. I can repeat what I've done. What I didn't want to do was bolt it into the car and then not be able to get measurements off it to understand what was in the car and what worked, what didn't. So I've got duplicate sets, etc. And I've developed a 3-bolt and a 4-bolt servo bracket. Basically covered all the bases. So I'm fairly happy to move forward. So what I'm going to do is bolt my 4-bolt bracket set in with the rectangular pedals, bleed the brakes, and start taking the transmission out. That does leave me with the problem of the CAN bus data thing. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. I think to be honest, I'm probably going to buy the standalone ECU and just swap it out. But I'm quite interested in recording the data with Glenn. So if anybody's got a Jaguar XK8, 1996, 1997-ish, the original CAN bus data, and quite happy to record transmission data for us, I'd be very interested. So please send us an email if you've got that car. But I say I'm 99% sure I'm going to go on a standalone ECU with the guys from PV Engineering. Don't tell them, but I'm going to be knocking on their door once I've got the transmission in and the clutch, everything working. So there you go. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe for more XK videos.